We told you guys yesterday that we were expecting a green day with Neo, and that's exactly what we are getting today. Up almost 3% on the day at the time of this recording. Fantastic news. Fantastic news. Now, this could be your last chance to get in before, a potential run up before earnings. But there's also some downside to that, and we're going to explain all of that in this video. And we're also going to talk about a massive news that came out with DraftKings today. We released a video earlier today about DraftKings. If you haven't looked at that, go check it out. But we're going to break down what happened with them because they had a pretty good day as well. But without further ado, man, let's give it some razzle dazzle and hop into it. So now, is this your last chance to get into Neo? Do you think this is your last chance to get into Neo before blast off, before earnings?
I mean, it could be. There's usually, 2 days prior to earnings, usually there's a run up. Usually, right. Just throwing out that disclaimer. Doesn't always happen.
Right.
But
right. And that's exactly what we're seeing today. I mean, up almost 3% on the day. I'm still hoping to see a green day tomorrow, but I think the big concern there is that we could see a pullback after earnings, depending on what Neo does.
For sure.
Again, me personally, I'm expecting them to miss just because of the fact that they're expanding. They're spending more money to continue that expansion, with battery swap stations into Europe, other reasons and stuff like that. But some people think that they could hit. So, that's good. In our comment section yesterday, I was reading a bunch of comments for people that were saying that they could possibly hit. So, I think we'll find out, but I'm hoping that tomorrow is another green day as well. But I'm prepared for a sell-off on the day after. If it's a green day afterwards, it's even better because then. It's like
because that's usually the trend. First or last 2 days running up to earnings, it goes up, and then you pretty much guaranteed. Again, disclaimer here, a little asterisk next to this. Doesn't always happen, but this is looking back at history, it's usually what happens. It sells off after a news pretty much in general, no matter what it is, but for sure after earnings usually goes down.
Right.
So,
and we saw this the last 2 or 3 earnings, so that's where we're basing that information off of. But let's go ahead and look at the stock, show you guys what's going on, and let's talk about it. So looking at Neo, we can see that we started off this morning at $43.73, and it went all the way up to almost $46. So we got about $45.50. We are having a slight little 3 o'clock pullback here. Usually we want to see a 3 o'clock power hour, but it's going the other direction. So I'm kind of hoping that it turns around, and again, we continue in the green direction tomorrow. But there's hope that there is easing regulations in China, which is causing a lot of these stocks to go up for the day. But also, I do think as well, it is also leading up to earnings. So looking at that, it kind of puts us back into this range. We're still testing this $45 support resistance area, and it just it does not want to break through. It's just we are finding hard resistance at 45, and we can't seem to hold above it. So fingers crossed that it goes. I really want to see this thing go all the way up to $48, but
that would be 48. 48, at least 47 would be nice prior to earnings to see. But this 45 support turned into a 45 resistance. You can look back earlier today, it bounced off it a bunch of times, and now we're back at it. So we will see what happens.
Right. And even with this green day, the RSI is still sitting around 51, 52. So it's still pretty much consolidated sideways where it's at. And again, it's like a neutral, not overbought, not oversold. So, I'm still thinking that once we go up to earnings, that's really going to decide whether or not we're going to go up or down here, depending on how they report their earnings. So fingers crossed, hopefully it goes up, but and we'll have to wait and see.
The good thing about it being up 3% today, and if we finish somewhere in 2%, I think that's good, because if it was up 6%, then tomorrow it would probably sell off. So if we keep a steady 2-3% every day until earnings, I wouldn't complain about that.
I wouldn't complain either. But there was a little bit of news about Neo that came out today, and that was the fact that they are testing their new operating system, Neo 3.0. They're sending it out to a handful of users. I believe it's only 200 of them. And I think that you have to have a few, 2,000 Neo points in the app in order to even apply for it.
Yeah, so only, like you said, it's limited to 200 participants, and only Neo owners with Neo points above 2,000 are eligible to apply. So we've briefly talked about this before, but Neo has 2 point systems. One's called Neo Credits, and the other is called Neo Points. Each Neo Credit is equivalent to 0.1 RMB and can be used to make purchases at Neo Life. Neo Points, on the other hand, cannot be used for spending in a more like voting rights in a company structure. So we talked about this for Neo Day when they were doing voting for Neo Day. and we were going over how many votes it had. It was like what you said was like if a user had, say, 35 Neo points, then they technically can vote. Their vote is 35 votes.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that just goes over that real quick. So these testers will be testing features including like Neo Pilot, smart cockpit, vehicle controls, and audio and video entertainment. So basically just short and sweet. They're making it smoother, easier to use, and it's just more refined in general. Just to get to certain controls, it's supposed to be easier to see like the actual range. It's supposed to be like easier to get to where that's at, and just make the overall thing better to use, better experience.
Right. Yeah, let's see if we can get it fine-tuned before they come over here to the States so we can get ET7s and be all nice. So DraftKings had a fantastic day today. So far, it's up almost 2.5% on the day. They announced today that they are merging with Golden Nugget Online Gaming. I know there's a lot of people that kind of have both of those in their portfolios or one or the other, and it is a huge acquisition. So DraftKings will be acquiring Golden Nugget Online Gaming with a all-stock transaction with an equity value of $1.56 billion. That is huge. That is going to be huge. So today, obviously, because of this, Golden Nugget Online Gaming is up well over 50%, and DraftKings is up about 2.25% as of right now. So looking real good for both of them. And again, we made a video on this yesterday, so go check that out on why we thought this was going to be a good stock for you guys to potentially own.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Sorry, I was going to say it's pretty funny. Right when after we release that video, then this comes out. So,
right. Yeah. That's our luck. So with this acquisition, this gives DraftKings access to Golden Nuggets brand. It gives them access to the 5 million users that they have, and it gives them access to the iGaming products that they offer as a company. DraftKings did say that in connection with the acquisition, they're actually going to be entering a commercial agreement with, I believe it's Fertilla. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. Fertilla Entertainment, which is actually the parent company to the Houston Rockets, the NBA team, Golden Nugget, and I think that's Landry's LLC, which is a leader in gaming, entertainment, restaurants, hospitality, and sports entertainment. So it's like they're getting like a 2-for-1 banger here.
Right.
So that's actually like a pretty big deal. But they did say the DraftKings will deploy a multi-brand strategy which will enhance cross-selling opportunities and drive increased market share and revenue growth. So we're expecting big growth coming out of DraftKings. Here in the coming future. If we look at tip ranks, we looked at it yesterday in the video, or in today's video, so go check that out. But when we looked at tip ranks in today's video, it showed that they had a high of $80 compared to the 51 that we were at when we made the video. So huge upside with DraftKings potential here. This is one that we've entered our positions in. We're definitely holding it, and we're gonna see what happens here. Now, my big concern with DraftKings is the potential for the closing of sports. So if that happens, then I may be potentially reworking my position with DraftKings. Yeah, but as of right now, all sports are still on. So
yeah, the good thing, well, real quick, I guess when it dipped this morning after I saw that news, like I scooped up a little bit because, why not? So I'm doing pretty good on that already. But yeah, even with COVID, since they acquired Gold Nugget, like I wouldn't think it would. I mean, it's obviously going to hurt them if sports gets shut down. But now that they're more in the iGaming stuff because of this, well, when it goes through, I guess, people. It doesn't matter if COVID's going on or not. People are still going to be online gaming or online gambling. So that kind of helps things a little bit.
Yeah, I would think that would help bring in more revenue and stuff for them.
Oh, yeah, 5 million people, man. They got 5 million.
5 million people. That just gives them more, more of the U.S. population, because we talked about that in today's video again as well. So go check that out. That has all the information. We go over the stock, we went over all the financials and everything in that video. So go check that out, and we'll show you what's up. But that's going to wrap up this video. We hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that like, share, notification bell, all that good stuff. It really helps support the channel. Also, go check out the merch. We just dropped a new shirt. If you guys are interested in that, it's a pretty cool American looking shirt. I love it. I love it. I cannot wait for mine to show up. Also, we got links down there for Webull, where you guys open an account. You guys get a free stock valued up to, I believe it's $200. And then if you guys deposit $5, you guys get 2 free stocks valued up to $2,000, $8,000 to $2,000. So that's a pretty good return on investment there. And then we also got a link down there for the Patreon that gets you access to our Discord with all the fantastic community members over there, our portfolios, and the Discord portfolio. But again, thank you so much for all your support. We'll see you guys in the next video.